Welcome back to another episode of I'm A Casket, my hardcore clue Iron Man, and starting off with doing a few easy clues. There was gathering, obviously, because that's what I'm going for. Nothing amazing at the moment, as you can see, we're just getting a really quick easy clue. With a reward that's okay. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. We get right into yet another clue. I got these ones really quickly, which was fortunate because ham can be a tricky mistress sometimes. And these clues were actually all steps that were fairly easy to get to, fairly close, you know. Nothing that required me to go and fetch some more items or do any grinds, but those are coming up, folks. You're not going to miss me out struggle. This reward is another new unique of the Bandos page. Not the worst book I could have gotten. And this one was a bit of a trek, and then, as you can see, I helped out Femi so that I don't have to pay a fortune in the future, because Christ knows if I will have the money for that at the, whenever I need to do the gantry, or I can do the gantry. But I always help out a gnome in need. Going on to the next step of the clue, and I needed to do some grinding. We had to go and get some crafting levels, so I was using up what I had in my bank. I'd been banking the items. I sold off some of the items I got from Ham, you know, and I did a few quests, just some easy crafting quests. I didn't do that many, so I don't want to make it feel like I was OP. So we did sheep shearer, murder missile and mystery even. I do murder mystery in a moment. Again, not live commentary, sorry. Dwarf cannon. There's murder mystery. I was initially going to do elemental workshop, but I didn't end up doing it, and I ground out flax. You can see I got 20 crafting. I banked some stuff to make molten glass. There's 30 crafting. You know, I didn't have enough money to do that method for the entire time, so I kind of chopped and changed. And there it is, 40 crafting. I can get in the crafting guild. I forgot about that. Either way, that means 4 more levels to go. And here it is, 44 crafting. We can make the chaps, people! Would you look at that? A freaking beginner clue. What step is it going to be? And there we have it. 30 mining. I can get coal. So I'm going to just quickly mine up some pieces here. Because I need 4 more, because I've got a couple in the bank, so that I can make the stuff I need for this easy clue. And then I will go and collect things to start that beginner clue as well. So, I'm back with Raldo here. He's going to give me the orb thing to do the beginner clues. I've never done this. Like, I've done some clues on my main account on Old School, but I've never gotten like a hot cold clue before. So, experiencing this with beginners, I know obviously it's a lot easier than it would be with a higher tier of clue, but it was an experience, and at least it was really close by, giving me a new step. Which obviously easy enough to get to, giving me a casket. And it's just as bad as the first beginner clue. and I ended up having to go back to do some more mining because I just didn't have enough stuff to get me to the smithing level I needed. Also getting a random event for some frogs. Aww. Sorry, Jace. And here you see me making the legs at long last. And I didn't realise I need 20 range to wear them. At this point I was just kind of like hitting my head on the desk, but I went to the goblins and the cows in Umbridge to train up. I know I could have gone to crabs, didn't really feel like walking all the way over there, didn't really feel safe, wanted to try and keep all of the status, got some bronze spears, I think I need those at some point, and some more beginner clues as it turns out. I didn't know they'd recycled some of the map clues from easies and meds into beginner clues. I haven't really looked into it, but I got another hot cold, more steps, got a genie that I put into range because I can't really put it into anything else based on my restrictions. I know people will wince at that. There's me getting another casket of my third beginner clue. I toggled on the rune pouch and the auto collect ammo as well because I'd only just learnt about it, and I figured I might as well do it while I'm remembering and include it in the video so that you can see I've done that. There's another beginner clue coming in. Going to Fortano. I mean, this beginner clue, everything seemed to be like within trainer. I don't know what the odds are of that, but yeah, every single step was just inside of trainer. It was really convenient and really bizarre. But there's another beginner clue even finished. It's not too bad loot, and here's yet another beginner clue. I got so many whilst training up my range. Why couldn't I get those when I was trying to get them? But I got a Charlie the Tramp step, which required me to catch a herring, so at least now I can fish legitimately, rather than using the random event. So I also bought a Chronicle while I was in Draenor training my fishing, just so I had a few teleports. And I ended up catching the raw herring, giving Charlie his raw herring and getting a casket in return. So there's that, and this one was terrible. There's just no way around it, that was terrible. In comes another one, which required a gold ring, a necklace, so I ended up having to go back to mining, back to training smithing, just to get the level. I sold off the iron plate bodies I'd made to get a bit more cash. Just hopping through the worlds, selling a couple each world, till I'd gotten a nice healthy cash stack. It's the biggest cash stack I've had in the account so far. I love it. I got myself a random for the Gravedigger, and he gave me a couple of outfit pieces, which I think he just gives you as standard. I'm not sure. It's been a while. Mining up some more. There's 39 smithing, which I boosted with a mind bomb. Yeah, not a mind bomb, that's magic. A dwarven stout, and I got, while I was in Varrock, the brown apron so I could get into the crafting guild and mine myself a gold ore and pick up the necklace mould so that I didn't have to waste any more money than I already had that day on various things. And because, you know, free stuff, innit? Gotta love that free stuff. So as we got to the furnace, I drank my lovely boost so that I could make the gold bar, save myself a little bit of time. and made myself a delightful golden necklace. So at least now I don't need to worry about making any other gold jewellery. Went and completed the step and got a new one, which convenient. And finishing off with the casket, got another terrible reward. They're really not good. This was before the update. I don't know what they're like at the moment as I'm recording this. Managed to finally get the range level and complete that step of my easy glue. And got another... well, I had to complete a quest for that one. So, just quickly knocking out rune mysteries. Is it rune mysteries? I think it's rune mystery. God, I really need to start writing down what I'm going to say rather than winging it. So, bought the staff, doing the quest. Forgot to get the quest complete screen because I'm a muppet. Here is my wonderful husband, ladies and gentlemen. Giving me abuse as always. Thanks, Jason. Making the tiara. And... why did I examine it? Quickly teleported to Varrock with the Chronicles so that I could get to the rune shop again. Performed the emotes. And there's the clue. The clue I worked so hard for. And what was it? Terrible. But it's useful. And back at ham I got 30 thieving. And that's where I'm going to be leaving this episode off. Once again, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the lack of live audio. I've just been having a day. I'm just trying to get used to doing all of this. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave me advice or abuse in the comments. I probably deserve both. Please subscribe if you like the series and you want to see more. And I'll see you next week for the next episode of I'm A Casket.